Okay, I'm going to make today, for Bible study for tomorrow, I'm going to make a peach, black raspberry, what is it called?
Cobbler.
Cobbler. Thank you, Bruce. Jeez, my brain's going dead on me.
Yep.
These are black raspberries I picked this summer. And these are more black raspberries I picked. These are wild black raspberries. Wild black raspberries. Yes, my arms got torn up from all the briars. But I got some good black raspberries. So I'm going to make, I don't know how much I'm going to use, but I got nice peaches here. And I just got these. I know I think they're from California peaches. Of course, it's now, it's October, so it's a little late for peaches around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these peaches, and these are kind of hard, but before they get dried out, I'm going to use them. So I'm going to put them all, I'm going to cut these up, put them in a bowl, and then put the black raspberries, put sugar, cornstarch, and a little flavoring in there, cook it down, and then I'll put it in a pan and put the crumbly stuff on top and bake it. Very easy to do, basic recipe for everything. We'll go through it. So let me cut the peaches up first. Let me get my little favorite tool. My favorite tool. My peeler. Okay? So these are freestone peaches. They're called freestone because you can cut them in half and they pull apart. And the stone is a freestone. It comes out free and easy. Okay? Some peaches you can't do that to. So, I'm going to take this and I'm going to take off the skin. This takes off very little skin. Great peeler. If you leave a little skin on, so what? These have been washed. The peaches have been washed. So now I'm going to take these, I'm going to slice these. Slice them. Okay? I'm going to do that to all the rest of these. And then I'll bring the peach skins out to the chickens. I have 2 chickens left. One had a broken leg, and I helped her mend it. She limps now, but for like 4 weeks I had to go out there and feed her by hand, gave her antibiotics, gave her colloidal silver, fed her cat food and special food, and she's fine. And at that time she had stopped laying eggs. And the other one, see, nice freestone. And the other chicken stopped laying eggs because they're old. You know, chickens only lay eggs for, come on, there's a freestone, there we go. Chickens only lay eggs for about 2 years and then they start not laying eggs. They just, one every other day or one every 3 days, or they just stop. So I got 2 chickens out there that survived the fox. And one's the one with a broken leg, and she's laying eggs again now. I can't believe it. Probably got healthy from all the cat food I gave her. Anyway, so we cut these up. I'll show you how this. Okay, the peaches are all cut up. I'm going to add black raspberries in here. How many? As many as I want. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to cook down a little bit. And those are going to be, you know, in your teeth. There we go. That looks good. Probably about equal amount. Okay, cornstarch is a thickener. So if you have really juicy berries or really juicy peaches, or if you just want to add water to it to make more of a juice, you have to have a little cornstarch, otherwise it'll be too runny. So let's get a spoon out here. Okay, cornstarch. Let's maybe take a heaping tablespoon. 1.5. Now, one and a quarter heaping tablespoons, okay? I don't want it too, otherwise if you use too much cornstarch, it gets like jelly tasting, and you don't want it thick. So I'm going to put this down. I need water. So I'm going to get some cold water. Has to be cold water with cornstarch. If you use hot water, it would make it lumpy. You know, I've heard of lumpy gravy? It's because people use with flour or with cornstarch, both thickeners. If they use hot water, it's lumpy. So you have to use cold water. Okay, now that's dissolved. Okay. This will kind of give us a little base of a juice here. And I'll pour this in here. Okay, now, sugar. How much sugar? Now, depending on how sweet you want it. Let's see, what is that? That's a third of a cup. Oh, that's not even. So, 1 cup. Two cups. 2 cups total. 2 cups of flour. 2 cups of sugar. Okay, put that aside. That should be good because in case the blackberries are not sweet. Get a spoon. Stir this up a little bit so it goes down to the bottom. Don't make a mess. Now we put it on the stove on low. And we wait for the berries and the peaches. There's a little bit of water and juice in there. We wait for them to melt down a little bit, then they will provide juice. And then we'll see what we need to do and see if the peaches are juicy, or if the berries are juicy, or if they're dry. If they're dry, then you've got to add water. Down for a little bit and see what happens. Now you probably wouldn't have to do this if you wanted to just stick this all in a pan and put the crumbly stuff on top and bake it this way, you could. But I want to be sure they're not too juicy or too dry. So I don't want any surprises because I don't know the berries that well. So let it cook down. Okay, it's boiling now. Pretty juicy. But I think as it boils, because we got to cook the peaches. So as it cooks, it's going to thicken. It will thicken, see, a little thicker, see, a little thicker. And if it doesn't get thicker, then we'll add some more cornstarch. But I think right now it'll be fine. Don't forget, when it cools, it gets thicker anyway. So I'm going to just let it cook here and let the peaches cook down for about 10 minutes. Stick. And I'm going to divide this in between the two containers. How to do this? Okay, what's the easiest way to do this? A big spoon. Not a big spoon. Ooh, is that hot? Holy smokes. That looks pretty even. Okay. If you want to taste this, taste the taste of this. See how this tastes, you can taste this yourself. I think I will. I'll go over the sink, do it. Okay, I'm going to melt a stick of butter. I'm going to go get, I'll put sugar in here, white sugar, brown sugar, cinnamon, oatmeal, and flour. But I've just got to figure out how much flour I want to put in here. So let me melt the butter first and then figure out what I want to do with that. Okay, I've melted my stick of butter. Now I'm going to put in here, maybe, you don't want it too sweet. You want it more buttery because you got all that sugar and the other stuff there. So you want to have a little contrast. So maybe, if that's packed down, that's maybe a half a cup of brown sugar. Don't want to use too much sugar. Maybe half a cup of white sugar. That should be plenty. Then to this, I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon, maybe a half a teaspoon. Let's see. Half a teaspoon. Do you want to take the taste away from that? Okay, just a scant half a teaspoon. Okay, mix that up. Looks good. It's good. Good. Now let's try a cup of flour. Cup of flour. Cup of oatmeal. That's all I'm going to use for oatmeal. I'm going to use a lot more oatmeal. That's fine. There we go. Stir this up. See what we got here. Okay, it's still not crumbly enough to finger with our fingers. Okay, so let's add another half a cup of flour. That looks better. As long as you can take it in your fingers and crumble it. That's the main thing, is you crumble it. That's pretty good. See that nice and crumbly? So that'll go on top of those. That should be enough. Yeah, see how crumbly that is? Nice and crumbly. Good, good, all right, good. So now I'm gonna put these, what I'm gonna do, so that they don't overrun, I'm gonna put them on a cookie sheet at 375. I'm thinking 375 at, is that recording? Yeah, 375 at maybe 20 minutes. Okay, so now I got my stuff here. I'm gonna okay. So now we'll wait till the oven comes up, because you want to hit it hot and quick. So you want to wait till it comes up the oven, and then it'll crunchy that and make that stuff crunchy. Is that too much on there? Make sure they're even. Well, looks pretty good. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Wait till the temperature comes up, then I'll put them in there for, what did I say, 20 minutes? They look like they're done. Right here, coming out of the oven. There we go. And, but there's the crunchy stuff. Looks good. Looks very good.